Hello friends, in this video we will talk about what is Android Auto and everything I will share with you. Android Auto is exactly what it sounds like. It's Android for driving. The important thing to understand about Android Auto is that it runs on your phone connected to your car in most cases. All the car does is display the Android Auto interface and allows interaction while all the heavy lifting of data processing and connectivity is handled by the phone. Android Auto is an app for Android phones on Google Play, and you will have to app on your phone and a connection to your car to be able to use Android Auto. In recent version of Android, it has become deeper integrated into the OS. On older phones, you might have to install the app, but on most modern phones, it will already be there. If won't just with any car, the car manufacturer has enabled support for the service after a while. All iterations of Android Auto are essentially the same experience, giving access to essential information you might need while driving without having to touch your phone. While most cars will need a cable connection via USB in the car, most mid to 20 onwards wireless Android Auto becomes increasingly available on Android phones and supported by many manufacturers, making it even easier to access. What cars support Android Auto? This is not an exhaustive list, but here are some major car manufacturers supporting Android Auto: Alfa Romeo, Audi, BMW, Cadillac, Citroen, Dacia, Dodge, Fiat, Ford, GMC, Honda, Hyundai, Jaguar, Jeep, Kia, Land Rover, Lincoln, Mazda, Mercedes, Benz, Nissan, Peugeot, Seat, Skoda, and Volvo. Android Auto getting connected. Although there is an updatable app for Android Auto, in most cases you will not see an standalone app on your phone. That's because Android Auto is integrated into the Android OS. So following the removal of standalone phone version, there is nothing for you to open. In many instances, when you connect your Android phone to a car that supports wireless Android Auto via Bluetooth, you will be promoted into enabling Android Auto with steps on both the car display and the phone with various permission to grant. For those using wireless Android Auto, a connection via Bluetooth and 5 GHz Wi-Fi is established, while those using cable will still establish Bluetooth connection to the car. The end result is essentially the same, but for those connecting wirelessly, everything time you will get into the car, you will be having Android Auto available, whereas those using cable connection will always have to plug the phone in. If for whatever reason you cannot get your phone to connect, it's worth restarting the car and the phone. Android Auto user interface and features. Android Auto has the capacity to make your dumb car smarter or being familiarly to your already smart car. It is simply offers basic functions and is designed to stop you fiddling with your phone when driving. As there are not huge number of necessary apps, those can be displayed via the grid-based home page with shortcuts across the bottom and a corner bottom that will access the app tray or widget based below. Google Assistant. Google Assistant is a major component allowing you to talk either through voice activation or by tapping the icon on the display. In some cars, there is support for Google Assistant through the voice button on the steering wheel, as using OK Hi Google Hotwires too. Because this is running on your phone, Google Assistant has access to everything it normally does, meaning you can not only control music but can ask a question, such messages by voice, and whole lot more. Be aware that some apps you might want to access through the Google Assistant require additional permissions, such as to read messages, which you will need to set up before you starting driving. Generally, Google Assistant is lot of better than your car's own voice system, but it cannot obviously give you information about the car system like remaining range or to adjust the heating, which some in car system can.